वहाँ पे उन्होंने they have installed the DGs and other make the other arrangements after this incident.
ठीक, बाद में ये देखिए.
I mean, I think it might say to not listen to the bunch, and my application legal was declared, even though specific application for adopting reply was filed on 21 sites.
But your result has been declared.
The Hindi submission, unity submission was whatever the Hindi is granted to all the other results we actually granted to item number 89 also.
ठीक है. 88 and 99. नहीं, आप लोगों का हो गया? What else you wanted?
Just for doing all good grievances.
Four of them are on their own notice. One of them is on the recommendation of argument the contestant did not have a power with.
So one more submission is there. Actually, lastly the order tha that was only to the affected centers. There was the stay was only to the affected center. Result was not declared of the affected center only. उसके बाद में फिर वो जो नेक्स्ट ऑर्डर हुआ 9 जून को उसमें वो केवल पिटिशनर्स के लिए रेस्ट्रिक्ट हो गया. एक्चुअली क्या हुआ, काफी सारे पिटिशनर्स हमने गूगल फॉर्म भी क्रिएट किया. देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पिटिशनर्स फ्रॉम द अफेक्टेड सेंटर्स दोज who have not approached to the court because of certain reasons. They have filed the representation previously, but they have not approached to court because they are waiting कि हाँ affected centers का stay, so we will definitely get the benefit of जो भी.
No, so subsequently they have filed the petition or what?
आफ्टरवर्ड्स फिर 9 के बाद में फिर सर हमने करीब 15-20 पिटिशन फिर हमने फाइल किया है, और उनके रिजल्ट्स पे हमको स्टे नहीं था, तो रिजल्ट्स उनके डिक्लेयर हुए. सबमिशन में सर
मैंने 12th ऑफ जुलाई आफ्टर 9 जुलाई मैंने 12th जुलाई को अपनी पिटीशन फाइल करी थी, तो बट उनके रिजल्ट 14 जुलाई को डिक्लेयर्ड. इट इज कनेक्टेड विद द बंच बट देयर रिजल्ट्स आर डिक्लेयर्ड.
So on 9th you had filed the petition.
I filed on 13.
13th.
Right.
Item 16 and my petition was filed in 28th May.
But the result was declared.
So what was the interim order, subsequent interim order?
It was restricted to the petitions which were listed on the last day. Only to the petitioner.
सर माय लॉर्ड का व्यू ये था कि इसमें रिजल्ट
What is the date?
9th of June.
On the request of the Mrs. Farm.
Let me go through.
I gave my first one. That was so very good.
Yes. Number 1 is free to declare the result of all the candidates who have appeared in this UG exam held on so and so, except the candidates who have filed writ petitions before this court till further order. So except those who have filed the writ petition before this court. 12/6. 12/6 का कुछ अपलोड नहीं है.
ये 12 9 में पर्टिकुलर सिंगल पिटिशन.
Number 69. 69 तो एमसीआर की है. 11.15. 110.15.
सर माय लॉर्ड का व्यू ये था सर कि रिजल्ट डिक्लेयर होने से नथिंग विल हैपन, बिकॉज जो भी होगा फाइनल आउटकम.
भाई 69 तो यहाँ पे I would not be.
There I have something to say. Look, there were some students who felt that they have done well and unnecessarily their result is withheld. So, my lord, we said that there are two views. Those who are not disputing, let their results be declared, because entire 27,264 candidates, their results were not declared. Their results were withheld because of, my lord, few individuals were not filing a petition. So court said that those who have not disputed, let the result be declared. But I'll come to that, my lord.
Anything else?
I have submitted the input received from Google Forms because they are not able to file the petition. So we have taken the inputs. We have filed that report also. There are more than 200 on that particular. There were more than 200 students who want to read. We have submitted along with the reply.
It's kind of a internet petition or kind of a thing. That's
This is the 8717 document number. Hmm? 8139. 30 pages. Is a denial to the report submitted. This is the document.
kind of a Google petition where you have to say yes or no. So some 200 students have said yes, possibly. That's what I understand.
Where is this? Page number? अरे भाई अब ये बता रहे हैं रिप्लाई आप बता रहे हैं
Things are adding up and we are rejoined.
which document you are referring to?
First is rejoinder, that is 24/5/25.
अरे अभी इन्होंने बताया कौन सा दिस इज वाई 135
It is almost 2 months, sir. बहुत सारे documents file हुए.
so 8135 is not relevant, so which one is the one?
785425 rejoinder.
Serial number 7854.
7854.
Page number?
Page number 20.
Page number 22 से लेकर है. 23 से लेकर.
And serial number 21 we have
हाँ page number
joined that cannot take is an to deny.
Page number 28.
Number 20.
23.
क्या है नोटिस?
इसे गूगल फॉर्म पे पिटिशनर्स ने गूगल फॉर्म क्रिएट किया था कि those who are in support of एग्जामिनेशन, उसमें इनपुट्स जो आए थे ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर डे इट वाज मोर देन 200. मतलब काफी सारे बच्चे जो अफेक्टेड हैं सर, दे आर अभी मेरे पास जो सर पर्सनली जो कॉल्स आ रहा है, कोई गांव में सर कोई काम, मतलब बच्चे झारखंड से एग्जाम देने, राजस्थान से एग्जाम देने यहाँ पे आ रहे हैं, या फिर एमपी के दूसरे दूसरे स्टेट से, डिफरेंट स्टेट से आ रहे हैं, बहुत रिमोट एरिया से आ रहे हैं, तो उनको सर इतना आइडिया नहीं था. मतलब तो जैसे जैसे उनको जानकारी मिलती
तारीख का है
ये सर
झारखंड से बच्चे यहाँ है.
सबमिट किया, मतलब डिफरेंट डेट्स के हैं और सबमिट जो किया सर वो डेट इज
हाँ व्हाट इज द डेट?
24 ऑफ मई.
24 of
मई. और ऐसा भी नहीं सर, मैं आपको बताऊं कि बच्चे पेपर टफ होने की वजह से जो है पिटिशंस में आए. इसमें मोस्ट ऑफ द जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं दे आर पोटेंशियल स्टूडेंट. उनके पास्ट अगर करियर देखें, प्रीवियस ईयर के स्कोर कार्ड भी हमने पेश किए कई पिटिशन के साथ में, दे परफॉर्म वेरी वेल प्रीवियसली, बट प्रीवियस ईयर में जो है किसी 2 मार्क्स से 5 मार्क्स से नहीं रहने के बाद उन्होंने दे हैव वर्कड हार्ड दिस ईयर. और इस साल ये पोजीशन होने की वजह से दे आर स्टिल विद, मतलब 2 महीने सर दे आर वेटिंग फॉर द आउटकम ऑफ दिस.
Very vague.
अगर ऐसा होता, पेपर टफ होता, उस वजह से लोग आते, तो अभी तो मोर देन 2000 पिटिशंस फाइल हो
So
जाए.
have you filed such a previous record of any of such petitioner?
आई हैव फाइल्ड सो मेनी सर, मतलब 10-12 लोगों के तो होंगे.
Can you show me one?
Sir, 17344 है. Manager P7.
हाँ इसमें भी है,
Manager P7, page number 27.
लक्ष्मी का है.
That's me.
हाँ पिटिशनर का ही है सर, ये मेन पिटिशनर का ही.
Actually, Manager P7.
इसमें क्या बता रहे हैं?
Previously scorecard.
Last year.
लास्ट ईयर.
Last.
इसमें क्या है?
तो इसमें जो लास्ट स्कोर था दैट वाज 572.
हाँ
572 out of 720. Actually there are 180 questions. Each question has 4 marks. The total number of marks are 720. तो इसको previous score was 572.
कहाँ जगह फाइल कर?
तो ये स्कोर कार्ड में सर देखेंगे तो
Below the photograph. Below the photograph.
Below the QR code you lost.
Below QR code. हाँ
हाँ,
500.
Exactly
ठीक.
below that.
Total marks obtained out of 720.
Yes.
So she had 572.
इसमें सर इशू क्या है सर कि बच्चे जो है 1777 में भी है सर, उसमें भी फाइल है, ऐसे काफी सारी पिटीशन में फाइल किया हुआ। इसमें सर जो फाइट है दैट इज ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज। बच्चे अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं, लास्ट ईयर उनका परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा था, बट उन्होंने इस साल ट्राई किया कि दे विल गेट अ, क्योंकि मिडिल क्लास फैमिली से है तो दे कैन नॉट अफोर्ड द फीस ऑफ प्राइवेट कॉलेज, तो उन्होंने और मेहनत की, और इस बार, लेकिन इस बार अनफॉर्चुनेट रहा कि सरकार, क्योंकि ये जो
There are
पावर
no
जो हुआ डेटा,
averments, my lord. These are all emotive arguments, but there has to be averment. Mr. X, he got this, he is
No,
poor.
he has filed the document manually, then he must have made the averments also.
Lord, I
P7,
even I have
agree
also
with you, Lord. If
filed
WP
I
number
have
one,
filed also.
a 2 to
WP
6
number.
petition can be argued, my lord, it would be difficult.
Mr. Mehta, please refer to this P7 of WP number 17344.
My lord, out of 22 lakh students, if somebody shows one student or 10 students that earlier they had good marks, they gave a second chance, and now there is electricity failure, my lord, may perhaps I'll be able to satisfy, not be a ground for interference in 226. But my learned friend is raising all emotive arguments, not legal submissions. I'll be able to satisfy them. It happens, my lord. Last time, suppose the paper is relatively easy, I might get 572. If this time it is relatively difficult, I might get, my lord, less than that. My lord, for example, out except this 75 student, or let us take 200 students, this, my lord, internet, Google sheet,
Petition, yes,
etc.
yes.
The total number of students are 27,000 in Indore. Correct, my lords? Now, my lord, they have not come before your lordships. They are satisfied with their performance. Now, suppose we were to order a, my lord, fresh examination. The fresh examination paper might be difficult for them also. So, we will be compelling them to appear in a second examination, though they are happy with that, and I will be able to show that with documents. I can bache is, my lord, I am also, my lord, father, my lord, we also have sympathy, and I am not taking it adversary. But ultimately, you will have to bring your prayer within the domain of Article 226.
Yes, anything else? Anyone? Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
So one thing, learned PhD has saying that out of 27,011 has performed so well that they have scored more than 600. That is not 0.5% of the total student. And on the legal aspects, if sir is concerning that, it is nowhere in the provisions of any law or constitution has been said that all the 27,000 has to file the petition. Only then the re-examination can be conducted.
Huh?
In case I can think that this is the
Hmm.
in the question put to indicate that how we because the opposed to opposite to the economy. But are not very big how they get the
तो उसमें इंटरव्यूनर जो है उनका भी केवल सबमिशन ये है कि दे आर नॉट, दे डू नॉट वांट टू रिकंडक्ट द एग्जामिनेशन, तो उनका एग्जामिनेशन अच्छा गया, तो या नेक्स्ट उनको ऐसा नहीं है कि उनका रिजल्ट जो है डिक्लेयर हुआ तो उसके पहले उन्होंने ये बोला था
They
एग्जामिनेशन
say
जो है
that
कंडक्ट नहीं होना चाहिए,
we could attend.
देयर आर सर्टेन अदर रीजंस के नेक्स्ट ईयर उनको अटेम्प्ट करना है।
model based submission of including like upon the external input and the on part of the argument. How do that I put this considering whether it's there was no right that was the
वो फैक्ट अलग थे सप्लाई, दैट वाज अ डिफरेंट ऑलटुगेदर।
No, there also this description of electricity was
There were rain and wind also. There are three things which were there in Indore. And the storm, rain, and outage of light. The entire climate was cloudy. Darkness was there actually. और वहाँ पे our credit says that there were windows and
they were relying upon initially.
Just
When
let
the
them
judgment was
complete.
against them,
Let them
now they
complete.
say that it will not be applied.
Let them complete. Yeah.
regarding the I think it's something from the in answer that are part of it. Okay, so it will be both about the it might or might not.
चल ठीक.
So one last thing.
On that.
So one more submission is there. ये मौसम जो खराब हुआ था, that was not sudden. There was already advisory issued by the meteorological department. That was totally ignored. इतने बड़े लेवल पे इतने weather forecast was there. Secondly, जो वेदर फोरकास्ट वो कहते पास जहाँ पे भी बैकअप नहीं वहाँ पे इन्होंने मेंशन कर दिया कि नेचुरल लाइट वाज अवेलेबल. मौसम मतलब द क्लाइमेट वाज टोटली क्लाउड.
एंड सर जो ये बार बार एक सबमिशन दे रहे हैं कि बहुत सारे बच्चे नहीं आए, मेरी खुद की नीस जब पेपर खराब हुआ था तो उन्होंने ड्रॉप लेके वापस से जो कोर्सेज हैं अडॉप्ट कर लिए थे, इसलिए उन्होंने रिट पिटीशन फाइल नहीं करी. दैट डजंट
काफी
मैटर.
सारे स्टूडेंट्स
अच्छा गया रिट पिटीशन.
काफी सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं. ये रेगुलरिटीज ऑफ मिसमैनेजमेंट की वजह से करियर चेंज करा है सर. लास्ट ईयर मतलब जो अभी मेरे टच में है साइकोलॉजी में चले गए बच्चे.
It is not still easy. It Mano permit them to, for example, hypothetically think there is a re-exam. So it is not that the re-exam will be easier for a student to take. It's hypothetically it is the re-exam will become tougher because every student who prepared from last 1 year, if he suppose he has to give a re-exam within a month or within 2 months, it will be more difficult for him. So it is not that it is unfair or fair. The student are suffering either way. But that's why we are before Maro, this is what happens. That they were prepared for one last year and what they have faced.
Yeah, that's all.
Yes.
Yes. नहीं बताइए. WP number. WP number. 20. What 93. P.
It is P4. There is the information given by the ethnic petitioner model. So you have copy of the reply note, but send you the reply file that they are doing. It shows the information given by the entity that there are is not the CCTV footage from the ATM. They simply denied that the information relates to all the things, and they are categorized as third party. Therefore, the footage cannot be given to us. And normally, can you just turn to the next page? Let you be. It's not that directly you have it's on the book of after every different output. Very actually. Why? Is the reply given by the response number 5 is to our center. That is the RTM. It has been categorically mentioned by just last third line. Very now.
Yes.
उपरोक्त कक्ष क्रमांक 205 में वहाँ जनता की सुविधा उपलब्ध नहीं. The center has categorically admitted in our IT room that there was no power basis. Secondly, while observing or going through the reply file by them, page 19 of their reply in my petition, they have categorically mentioned this aspect that there was a power backups, there was a power failure for 1 hour, and they have attached a copy of the that mail received from the center that they were having the sufficient upkeep. There are contradictions. They have received the copy of this information from the concentrator. After obtaining this all this information, we have uploaded on the report on 12th of that June. और इसके अलावा एक लास्ट लाइन में नेक्स्ट टिफाई मेक सेम petition वालों वेरी
हाँ.
साथ ही ये ऑलरेडी also सॉर्ट
साथ ही अवगत करा है.
रवि अवगत कराया है कि उक्त परीक्षा सेंटर पर एनटीए द्वारा कैमरे लगाए गए थे. एडमिटेड क्वेश्चन वांछित सीसीटीवी फुटेज तो सॉर्ट इज इन्फॉर्मेशन वांछित सीसीटीवी फुटेज एनटीए के पास अतः एनटीए से प्राप्त. So if there was CCTV footage available to them, they could fairly represent this all report with the CCTV footage that there was sufficient light.
ये कौन सा सेंटर पे? कौन सा सेंटर पे?
This is R5, that is SGS ICS.
Govindram.
Technology and science.
Govindram.
R5. So this is an admitted question that they were having the
They have denied this, stating that this is a mischievous petition. They were having light and they also they have to reply this.
Even in the
they could have simply put up this all this.
sir, even in the first reply, page number 30, individual जो
Is the bunch of math.
वो item number 110. सर बिफोर यू प्रोसीड इसमें 4 पिटीशंस हैं. मतलब टोटल मेरी जो इंडिविजुअल जो पिटीशंस हैं 92 पिटीशंस हैं, उसमें 4 हैव फाइल्ड द एप्लीकेशन फॉर विड्रॉल ऑफ पिटीशन. 4 item number 17997. 17997
Just give the list.
for withdrawal.
These are the 4 matters.
ठीक है वो ले लीजिए. Dismiss as withdrawn.
And it's Solicitor General is there.
And then 10.1.
110.12. You want to withdraw that application? Going to higher number. Higher number? Yes.
Sir, I have filed certain videos actually for that particular incident.
Video?
Video of that particular incident. क्योंकि एग्जाम हुआ था 4 तारीख को डिफरेंट सेंटर्स के पिटिशनर्स के कुछ वीडियोस थे just to see the impact actually क्या impact हुआ था examination पर I have filed this CCTV that pen drive also I have supplied the copy also I have on my tab actually.
दिखाई क्या? You have the copy.
Yes, I have supplied the copy. Yes,
My lord, I would request, my lord, let the matter start. Your lordships may hear, my lord, we also have examined several things. But CCTV, etc., may not really assist the court. My lord,
CCTV is the main evidence actually because that exam was conducted in the examination hall and they have a provision there they have mentioned in the instructions that they will conduct a CCTV.
so that is okay. The CCTV
That
are
is
not.
mentioned in the instructions also.
The CCTV which you are showing is on that particular date only.
On that particular
Not
particular
during the
date.
course of examination here.
But that was taken outside actually. And that was between the because at
Outside the examination center.
Can I have 2 minutes, my lord? Can I have 2 minutes before that?
Yes.
Because this is happening, my lord, every time. He starts with something totally new thing. My lord, total.
No, he has said that he has already furnished you to the copy of the CCTV footage.
I'm not on, my lord, I'm not on CCTV. I'm slightly on a different point.
Hmm.
In the entire country, total 22.9 lakh students appeared.
Hmm.
So far as, my lord, your lordships are concerned, my lords are concerned with not Indore. Indore has 49 examination centers. Correct, my lord? 49 examination centers out of total 5,466. Nationwide, it is 45466 centers. Indore has 49 centers. Out of 49 centers, only 18 centers there was light disturbance. Light disturbance means there was no electricity. The total number of candidates not in Indore are 27,264 candidates. I hope, Lord, I'm able to make myself clear.
Hmm.
Out of which, my lord, 75 are before your lordship. We do not know, my lord, which center, my lord, this CCTV belongs. We do not know, my lord, what is the position, whether it is belonging to any particular center or somewhere or whatever. Lord, what we did was taking it not as an adversarial litigation. Lord, we constituted a committee of 3 neutral experts. And I would wish to show to your lordships, my lord, the result which they have got. That out of, my lord, one interesting fact your lordships would notice, my lord, that 11 candidates from these affected centers have scored more than 600 marks, Lord, which is top 100. Lord, the total people, Lord, students who have scored nationally more than 600 are 1,300, out of which 11 are from affected students. Number one. Number two, the average of entire Indore, where there was, not including schools where there was no electricity or there was electricity, out of 109, out of total 170 questions, the average is 119 to 127 questions attempted. That average has remained constant. So Lord, we will give Lord, those figures to look at Lord, some CCTV from somewhere and arrive at a conclusion would not be Lord, would be a little hazardous. That's what I'm saying. So let him argue on the facts first, on affidavits. We will also place Lord, the facts and affidavit to show that what can be the contours within which Lord, the court would like to intervene. And thereafter, Lord, of course, it's for your lordships to see the CCTV. But to start with some random CCTV and say that
No, it is not like that. He has his own anxiety.
no. Therefore, I am not taking it in an
And I am also not deciding it only on the basis of the CCTV footage.
No, I understand, my lord, but I am not, my lord, taking this as an adversarial matter. But let there be some structured assistance to your lordships.
Yes, of
What
course.
are the facts?
Yes.
What are the number of centers, total centers, affected centers,
Yes, yes.
students? What is the my lord, findings of the committee, etc. My lord.
Yes.
That's my, my lord, request.
Sir, my submission is clear. Examination was conducted in Indore for 49 centers. 49 centers में they have mentioned in their reply that there were 24 affected centers. इसमें the statement I have given of the collector का जो statement था, he has also admitted. ये कहना है कि हमने power supply के लिए we have issued the specific guidelines और इसमें physical verification होकर उसकी report भी submit करने के लिए उन्होंने instructions दिए थे. और collector का जो statement है on that particular day, he is telling कि there was no instruction for power arrangement. Further we will manage the arrangement. We will ask for the fund also. ये पूरा स्टेटमेंट में आया हो.
No, your how many petitions are here right now?
My मतलब it's more than 100 I think 92 I have filed and there are other petitions.
And how many centers are involved?
24 centers. अब कुछ centers में जो बच्चों ने complaint किया है, but जो affected centers में उनकी report में आया that is 24.
24 centers.
24 affected centers.
It was 24 written earlier,
From Ujjain.
but only
There are
only
6
one.
petitions from Ujjain.
Total
There are 6
18
petitioners
are
from
affected.
Ujjain. There are 6 petitioners from Ujjain.
6 petitions from Ujjain. Ujjain also.
Yeah, they are from 2 centers.
24 centers from Indore and 2 from Ujjain.
हाँ, 2 from Ujjain.
This may not be the correct statement because
Let him complete whatever he wants. Yes, और कुछ कहना है आपको?
सर इसमें मेरा ही कहना है सर इन्होंने जो रिप्लाई फाइल किया है
Yes.
काइंडली सी दी R13 पॉइंट नंबर 1
Item number 110.
इसमें इनका जो मेन
Just hold on.
सर
No, first of all, in support of your contention that there was some power disruption, what document have you filed?
I have submitted the information received through RTI.
What is that?
RTI we have submitted with the IA that is dated NTA. We have submitted the denial also and we have submitted the RTI also.
Where is your this information obtained from the department?
They have also admitted, sir. They have also admitted. Power cut, they have also admitted. So there is no dispute
Where is
regarding
that?
that power.
You have filed it or not?
No, I filed, sir. I filed. I filed on 9th June 2025.
You have filed it subsequently.
Yes, sir.
IA number?
I number. I filed on 9th of June.
Date कहाँ मिलेगी? Date कहाँ मिलेगी?
Denial, denial then उसके बाद में second जो है information regarding power cut received from RTI. Through RTI.
Serial number? Which serial number?
Page number 4 to 9.
अरे भाई कहाँ मिलेगा? TRP में कौन सा serial number था?
It is 30.
30.
3030.
Document number 816.
Denial to the report submitted.
Denial and second point is information regarding power cut received from MPP through RTI. Page number 4 to 9.
4 to 9. तेज आंधी तूफान के कारण वृक्ष की शाखा गिरने से कारण बंद होने का टाइम और दिया उन्होंने.
Time को
बंद होने का समय और चालू होने का समय.
जी.
And what was the time of examination?
2 to 5. And during the exam, the power cut was there.
2 to 5.
Yes.
And during that time only this disruption occurred.
On that particular time, from 2 to 3, there was a power cut.
ठीक है. और क्या कहना है आपका?
So इसमें they have submitted the reply. I have submitted the denial also. I have submitted the rejoinder also. Kindly see the point number. Examination के लिए सर मेरा ये कहना है कि they have charged 1700 from each candidate. For general category, for EWS they have charged 1600, and for other categories they have charged some certain amount. When you are charging the equal amount, they have to provide. You have to provide the uniform facilities and uniform facilities to all the students. But they are failed actually. They are telling कि हमने power arrangement का we have issued the direction in writing also. But collector का statement भी even their reply in their reply also जो first इनका reply आया था उसमें भी ऑब्जर्वर जो है उन्होंने खुद उसमें एडमिट किया पेज नंबर 30-31 ऑफ रिप्लाई जो फर्स्ट रिप्लाई इनका आया कि देयर वाज नो पावर बैकअप फैसिलिटी वाज देयर एंड द विजिबिलिटी वाज आल्सो लो आई हैव रिक्वेस्टेड द विजिबिलिटी रिपोर्ट फ्रॉम द एनवायरनमेंट डिपार्टमेंट आल्सो बट इट्स टेकिंग टाइम द विजिबिलिटी ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर डे वाज 4 एक्चुअली द जनरल विजिबिलिटी इट्स मेजर इन मीटर्स एक्चुअली तो 6 मीटर जनरली होता है बट ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर डे इट वाज 4 और जो एग्जामिनेशन का 4 से 5 का समय था उसमें तो 3 और 1 तक आ गया तो इनका जो कहना है कि सर
ये आपका ऐसा कहना है बट इज देयर एनीथिंग ऑन रिकॉर्ड टू शो दैट दिस वाज द
विजिबिलिटी तो सर इनके ऑब्जर्वर ने खुद इसमें
एडमिट किया
हाँ एडमिट किया और इनका कहना था पेज नंबर 15 ऑफ रिप्लाई कि कमिटी वाज डायरेक्टेड टू कंडक्ट फिजिकल ऑडिट ऑफ ऑल सेंटर्स एंड रिपोर्ट टू बी अपलोडेड ऑन द गिवन लिंक फिजिकल वेरिफिकेशन होता तो एग्जामिनेशन सेंटर जहाँ पे पावर नहीं था वो कैसे सर इन्होंने सिलेक्ट कर लिया इनके डायरेक्शन थे कि देयर शुड बी मतलब अनइंटरप्टेड पावर वाज द फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी और उसके लिए पावर कट नहीं होना चाहिए उसके लिए फिजिकल वेरिफिकेशन करना था ये रिपोर्ट सबमिट करना था इनके जितने सेंटर्स पे पावर बैकअप नहीं था वहां पे इन्होंने अपनी रिपोर्ट में ये मेंशन किया है कि देयर वाज प्रॉपर वेंटिलेशन देयर वाज प्रॉपर नेचुरल लाइट एक्चुअल सिनेरियो ये था सर कि बारिश आ रही थी जो खिड़की चालू थी खिड़की भी बंद करनी पड़ी क्योंकि ओएमआर शीट गिली हो रही और जब बाहर इतना डार्कनेस था अभी वीडियोस देखेंगे तो आपको अंडरस्टैंड दी सिनेरियो ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर डे इतना तेज बारिश और आंधी तूफान था कि वहां पे खिड़की भी चालू नहीं कर पा रहे तो कैसे नेचुरल लाइट इनकी अवेलेबल हो सकती है ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर
कौन सा सेंटर
हमने सीसीटीवी फुटेज की डिमांड करी कि आप सीसीटीवी फुटेज आपने रिकॉर्ड किया मैंने वो डॉक्यूमेंट भी पेश किया है कि उन्होंने स्टूडेंट्स को बोला था कि कोई भी जो है आप यू विल बी अंडर सर्विलेंस तो आपका सीसीटीवी फुटेज आपका जो है रिकॉर्डिंग आपका वहाँ का हुआ तो आप सेंटर्स का रिकॉर्डिंग कर दे तो बिल्कुल क्लियर हो जाएगा सिचुएशन उस पर उन्होंने आज तक कोई रिप्लाई नहीं है
तो रिकॉर्डिंग कहाँ से होता है
रिकॉर्डिंग का प्रोविजन है सर उन्होंने मेंशन किया उसमें क्या इनके इंस्ट्रक्शन एडमिट कार्ड है उसमें उन्होंने मेंशन किया
मतलब ईच फ्लैट वुड हैव सीसीटीवी कैमरा
हाँ
वेयर इज दैट
in absence of electricity, the CCTV camera also does not work.
Annexure P11 sir annexure P11 जो 28/5 को मैंने पेश
if
किया
there is a backup then it would work but for that reason the electricity would also work
But backup electricity would also work. I have the figures in how many centers there was a backup also.
no he's saying that there is a actually a condition the condition precedent that there should be a camera and the backup
Yes.
ये आपका
Yes,
कहना है
हाँ अगर था
where is कहाँ है वो condition
ये सर annexure P11
C11
annexure P11 सर जो सबमिटेड ऑन 28/5 इसमें मैं एप्लीकेशन उनसे वो मांगा था सीसीटीवी फुटेज मांगा था उसमें पेज नंबर 4 पे आई हैव सबमिटेड द
क्लॉज नंबर 50
इंपॉर्टेंट इंस्ट्रक्शंस फॉर
no
कैंडिडेट
candidate should adopt any नहीं 16 तो adopt any unfair means हाँ
हाँ सर नो कैंडिडेट शुड अडॉप्ट एनी अनफेयर मींस और इंडल्ज इन एनी अनफेयर एग्जामिनेशन प्रैक्टिस एज द एग्जामिनेशन सेंटर्स आर अंडर सर्विलेंस ऑफ सीसीटीवी एंड इक्विप्ड विद जैमर्स
as the examination centers are under surveillance of CCTV and equipped with jammers
इट मींस दैट आपका इंटरनली जो है सीसीटीवी वाज इंस्टॉल्ड
no but it is not a condition
इट वाज स्पेसिफिक कंडीशन आर्क में
वो तो उन्होंने स्टूडेंट्स को ये क्वेश्चन किया था कि भाई आप कोई नकल लोकल नहीं करेंगे अदरवाइज
सर उन्होंने रिकॉर्डिंग भी किया था बच्चों का क्योंकि फिजिकल वेरिफिकेशन किया है ना उसमें बच्चों का रिकॉर्डिंग भी किया है कि वही बच्चा है क्योंकि चेंज हो जाता है ना सर प्रॉब्लम सॉल्वर इस वजह से उन्होंने रिकॉर्डिंग किया
ठीक
और इनके ऑब्जर्वर का ही खुद का जो पेज नंबर 30 और 31 है रिप्लाई का उसमें दे हैव एडमिटेड कि देयर वाज नो पावर बैकअप तो आप कैसे फॉल्स स्टेटमेंट आप एफिडेविट पे दे रहे हैं और उसके बाद में आपने जब सेकंड रिप्लाई फाइल किया उसमें आपने ऑब्जर्वर को हटा के डायरेक्टली सेंटर्स को एक फॉर्मेट भेजा और एक आप जितने ऑब्जर्वर की इनके जो सेंटर्स की रिपोर्ट आएंगी सब एक मतलब वर्ड टू वर्ड मैच कर केवल एक फॉर्मेट दे दिया उनको और उसमें उन्होंने रिप्लाई कर दिया ऑब्जर्वर आपके खुद एडमिट कर रहे हैं कि आपके पास पावर बैकअप नहीं था आपके पास में पुअर विजिबिलिटी थी फिर उसके बाद में डिस्प्यूटेड क्वेश्चन कहाँ से ले सकता है नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चन जो अटेम्प्ट की बात कर रहे हैं सर, उसमें साइकोलॉजिकल असेसमेंट उसका भी पर्टिकुलर मैंने डिनायल सबमिट किया कि केवल आप असेसमेंट नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चन से नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि एक्यूरेसी वर्सेस मतलब अपना अपीयरेंस वर्सेस वो नहीं होता है, आपका एक्यूरेटी नहीं होती। बच्चों को एक्यूरेट इसमें एक एक मार्क्स का मतलब 180 क्वेश्चन थे, 3 घंटे में उनको अटेम्प्ट करना, तो एवरी सेकेंड वॉज प्रीशियस। और बच्चे अंडर डिप्रेशन अंडर स्ट्रेस थे, तो उन्होंने जल्दबाजी में कुछ भी अटेम्प्ट करके कर दिया, उसको वी कैन नॉट कंसिडर कि उन्होंने अटेम्प्ट किया तो दे आर नॉट एलिजिबल फॉर री एग्जामिनेशन। और प्रीवियसली ऑल्सो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में पहले जो इनका 2024 में हुआ था, देयर आल्सो दे हैव कंडक्टेड री एग्जामिनेशन। वहाँ मैटर वाज रिलेटेड टू पेपर लीक कुछ स्टेट्स हैं, बट दे हैव कंडक्टेड री एग्जामिनेशन।
वो कौन सा जजमेंट? Which judgment?
Supreme Court only has stated that even 0.01% negligence is there. And sir, ये WP Civil 3682024
और भी है आपके पास और?
yes sir, ये फाइनल उसका
That was as per committee's report. This time committee has report otherwise.
okay.
I'm not being adversarial, I'm just factually correct.
That is the case, instead of that's really also conducted by 18 years. If the government 24 hours is 25, without any committee, I have heard right from. They were, it's what they did without the committee. So they have a different power.
Sir, committee was not an independent committee. Committee was formed by the NTA only. आप ही गलती कर रहे हैं, आप ही असेसमेंट कर रहे हैं. That was not an independent body. उनको आपने TAD और सारे अलाउंसेस उसमें लिखा हुआ है कि यू विल पे, तो वो आपके अगेंस्ट में कैसे रिपोर्ट देंगे?
नहीं ऐसा नहीं है भाई, तो पढ़े लिखे लोग हैं, वो प्रोफेसर वगैरह हैं।
Well, IIT professors.
That is not the criteria, sir. Acceptance का जो मतलब आपका जो क्वेश्चन ऑफ मार्क्स अटेम्प्टेड है, वो that will not be a
that
criteria.
cannot be a goal.
That because a student is preparing for
That I agree.
कुछ लोग 3 साल, कुछ लोग 4 साल, कुछ लोग 5 साल से अटेम्प्ट कर रहे हैं सर। 1 साल का फाइनेंशियली इन्वॉल्वमेंट देखें, और बच्चों ने मतलब अगर अपन कंसर्न है कि गवर्नमेंट एजेंसी तो हमको इतना सब करना पड़ रहा है, प्राइवेट एजेंसी होती है, दे आर चार्जिंग समथिंग, दे हैव टू प्रोवाइड सर्विसेज इक्विवेलेंट टू दैट अमाउंट। आप डिस्क्रिमिनेशन कैसे कर सकते हैं?
चलिए ठीक है, एनीथिंग एल्स? हाँ
In the PP case, very recent, they just stated that as per the comment of the comments, that only 2 students have come to the on the course. From the stated that if 1 student is there, then also they hear the matter. So what is the position of the admitted position? तो फंडामेंटल राइट का वायलेशन है, अगर एक का भी होता है तो anybody who is knocking the also saying putting down is bringing the this to the other court notice that there was some problem with the conducting of examination. Because what happened about this started 2 o'clock exam started, and the water and the light went down. They have stated this that there was as their own reply that there was power outage here at the center. But they have only stated that there was a natural light. This is the even in some report they mentioned because we will go to Mara. There is a natural light in the window, but if moment light goes, the conditions we understand how the reading is different because the question paper is lengthy. If the admit of the question paper lengthy, there were 180 questions we have to attend. The students who are preparing, they have to read it and then answer it. The circle. Those who are sitting, those who are sitting near the windows, they were also covered because of the water. Those who are sitting in centers, they were not light. As there was no torch, there was no mobile available. Yes, of course. So the condition is not favorable. So attending, because the student has the condition to whole year, he is practicing that I have to attempt. So in anyhow, when they were initially they were told that there will be nothing done. So they have to attempt. So there is no choice for them to except for attempting. If they have not attempted, then they would have said you are not attempted even. So attempting is the only choice that the student, so they were not aware that they could have done this. They could appear to the court and they could file. This is not a simple. First, student is that I have to appear. My career and my life is still so depending on us, a dropout is a pressure is everybody who is appearing for NEET has a dream to become a doctor. To conduct this act, this was last year NEET UG exam was matter of the judgment. On the once one negligence is there, either in any manner, that has to be considered. सर इनका रिप्लाई में ये कहना है कि बच्चों ने उस समय वॉइस रेज नहीं किया था। मेरा माइनर से फिर निवेदन है, एक बार सर वीडियो देखिए, आपको सिचुएशन क्लियर हो जाएगा क्या उन्होंने किया था वहाँ, क्या कलेक्टर का स्टेटमेंट था, क्या एनवायरनमेंट था आउटसाइड दी, और इवन एक सेंटर पे तो उन्होंने अंदर जाके फुटेज दिया हुआ है, तो उसमें पूरा अंदर डार्कनेस शो हो रहा है। मेरा कहना था एवरेज एज एक मिनट लेकिन एक तो इनके खुद के साथ जो प्रोटोकॉल थे एंटी फील्ड टू
If my learned friend can just point out CCTV is from which center and which room.
जो आए अवेलेबल हुए, क्योंकि उस समय को ऐसा बच्चे मतलब 17-18 साल के सर एवरेज एज के बच्चे, या नॉट क्रिमिनल
I'm
सर,
not
और वो इस तरह से माइंडसेट नहीं था उनका कि हमको इस तरह से करना।
अरे भाई वो पूछ रहे हैं उसमें
जनरल सर, ये जनरल जो
Yes,
अपने पिटिशनर थे उनके पास में जो वीडियो आया तो मैंने एक के एफिडेविट के साथ में पेश
no,
किया।
if there is no electricity, there would not be any CCTV. Maybe there is some CCTV from
not
outside.
CCTV,
कैमरा
video taken from various
But they can't carry the more mobiles also inside.
ये मोबाइल का जो वो है वीडियो फुटेज है वो कहाँ का है और कौन सी क्लास का लिया आप?
सर ये
So class में मोबाइल नहीं ले जा सकते. I don't think it can be a class.
Mr. Mehta, just hold on a minute. It's an empty classroom of which he has taken the video. So I'm asking him from where he has obtained it. Yeah, कौन सी उसका है?
सेंट्रल स्कूल का केंद्रीय विद्यालय बाहर का है सर, और सेंट अर्नोल्ड स्कूल के बाहर का है।
कितने बजे का है
ये उसी समय सर 2 से 5।
तो ये क्लास मतलब वो एग्जाम खत्म होने के बाद से लिया है, बाद का लिया है?
बाहर का है सर, ये बाहर का।
नहीं ये एक तो अंदर का है ना,
एक अंदर का, ये बाद में लिया सर, एग्जाम
अंदर का बाद, अंदर का बाद में लिया है।
हाँ, एक पेरेंट अंदर चले गए तो उन्होंने वहां से अंदर से लिया।
हो सकता है रात को लिया. मतलब whatever.
नहीं, रात को नहीं लिया है।
सर सुबह से एग्जाम होने के बाद नोबडी विल बी,
उसके बाद लाइट आ गई फिर. That is it. And it is supported by the newspaper printing which is filed in the petition. Newspaper has covered the whole.
उन्होंने कलेक्टर का सर जो है उसमें न्यूज में उन्होंने एडमिट किया है कि देयर वाज नो डायरेक्शन रिलेटेड टू पावर अरेंजमेंट।
और ये पेरेंट्स वगैरह दिख रहे हैं पुलिस वालों के साथ में, वो क्या बता रहे हैं?
सब पुलिस वालों
वैसे ही इसमें
पुलिस वालों से जब इन्होंने आर्गुमेंट करा कि सर प्रॉब्लम आ रही तो पुलिस वालों ने उनको धमकी दी कि गाड़ी में डाल दो। ये वहाँ की सिचुएशन थी, ये वीडियो है।
गवर्नमेंट हायर सेकेंडरी स्कूल विजयनगर इंदौर
जी,
उसके लिए petition.
टीआई वहाँ पे प्रेजेंट थे, टीआई कह रहे हैं कि मैं एसडीएम लेवल का आदमी प्रेजेंट है, टीआई लेवल का आदमी प्रेजेंट है, फालतू बात करो, चलो गाड़ी में डालो। ये तो ट्रीटमेंट था सर।
और ये कौन सा है जो बच्चे हैं और
बच्चे वहाँ पे उसी से वो शायद केंद्रीय विद्यालय का ही होता है, यहाँ पे कंप्लीटली जो है
उसी समय का है?
हाँ। और इसके बाद में सर कलेक्टर है इशू की डायरेक्शन, मतलब उसके बाद में जितने भी सरकारी स्कूल थे और सब जहाँ पे डीजी सेट या जनरेट पावर बैकअप नहीं था, वहाँ पे उन्होंने बने ऑब्जर्वर हैज एडमिटेड दैट देयर वाज नो पावर बैकअप। अभी जो रिप्लाई फाइल किया लेटेस्ट, उसमें उन्होंने सेंटर से ले लिया है कि नहीं वी गॉट अ पावर बैकअप और डीजी सेट हमने यूज किया था सबके। और कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन के साथ फॉल्स स्कूल कह रहा है कि मेरे यहाँ जो है डीजी सेट था ये था, और ऑब्जर्वर कह रहे हैं कि दो ऑब्जर्वर फ्रॉम द सेम सेंटर स्कूल दे आर सेइंग कि देयर वाज नो पावर बैकअप और विजिबिलिटी वाज लो। और वो सेंटर स्कूल जो स्कूल से इन्होंने मेल मंगा के सब कुछ जो कम्युनिकेशन किया है उसमें दे आर सेइंग कि हमारे पास पावर बैकअप।
वो after thought है. यही कारण है कि हम सब जगह से आगे में इन्फॉर्मेशन लेने के बाद भी कोर्ट के पास.
चलिए ठीक ठीक।
लॉर्डशिप आइटम नंबर 1110.17 लॉर्डशिप हमारा रिजल्ट डिक्लेयर कर दिया, पिटीशन हमने 16/5 को फाइल कर दी थी।
चलिए ठीक है, देखिए। यस मिस्टर मेहता।
Please, sir. Lord, I am conversant with my lord the concerns of my lord the students, and therefore I am not taking my lord any adversarial view. But at the same time, my lord, it is our responsibility to place the correct facts and the consequence if the petition is to be entertained. Lord, please have some facts, my lord, so that your lordships can have a holistic picture and take, my lord, can arrive at a correct decision. My lord, the total number of students which, my lord, National Testing Agency deals with in this examination is 22.09 lakhs. So kindly, my lord, write down certain facts, my lord, which may assist the court in arriving at a correct conclusion.
Yes.
Lord, we are now in this petitions concerned with Indore. Lord, I was not aware about two centers in Ujjain, but the total number of candidates with which we are concerned in Indore, not the petitioners, but total Indore candidates are 27,264. Correct, Manoj?
Yes.
Now, this 27,000 odd candidates were to appear in 49 centers.
Okay.
Lord, I may request my learned friend Mr. Rupesh Kumar to give a one pager so that your lordship may not have to write down.
Yeah.
I have, my lord, this on the, and I'll share it with all my friends on the other side.
Yes.
Your lordship gets my lord.
Yes.
Now, my lord, there are total 49 centers. This is not a fact in dispute. Now, my lord, please see, in 10 centers, there was no power outage. So everything goes smoothly. Then 19 centers, though there was a power outage, but there was a DG set backup, and therefore, my lord, nothing happened. It, my lord, the lights were on and everything went on smoothly. My lord, 19 centers, power outage, but enough natural light and DG backup. In some, my lord, rooms, there was a DG backup. Otherwise, there was a natural light, which I will, my lord, substantiate. How I say that there was a natural light and they could attempt the papers, I'll be able to substantiate. Then power out 10 to 15 minutes, but sufficient natural light. So there was not a complete power outage from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. The total duration is 3 hours examination. Now, power outage for 1 hour, but sufficient natural light is 18. These are the affected people. There may be some 12, 10 minutes of power outage, etc. It did not affect the examination and the performance I'll be able to show. But these are the 18 centers where there was a power outage for 1 hour, but there was a sufficient outrage, sufficient natural light. This question paper, there is very, very crucial point. This question paper contains, your lordships may now may not read, or I may go along with your lordships on this. Now, my lord, kindly come to 3.1. As per statistical analysis carried out by experts, average number of questions attempted by candidates at each center, my lord, your lordships may note affected center. Each means each affected center
Okay.
are almost the same, ranging from 119 to 127 questions. Now, pause here for a minute. Well, it is not mentioned, but I am not making a statement which would not be disputed.
How many questions were there?
Yes, exactly. That I was going to say that.
180.
180. 180. But the crucial and important part which we must assist your lordship is that there is a negative mark. Your lordships are aware, my lord, negative marking. If I give a wrong answer, my right answer also gets cut. So we are always miser, my lord, unless and until we are sure that my answer is right. We do not attempt that question with a view of to avoid negative marking. So this 119 to 127 is, my lord, an average attempt by students from each of the affected 18 centers. But now more important part is those centers which were not affected. Either there was no outage of light or there was DG set available. This number remains constant, 119 to 127. It's not as if in the affected centers, the questions which were attempted were significantly less. Maybe 2 or 5 questions here or there. Now, my lord, one more fact, my lord, I must, at the outset, I should have said this. My lord, one of the candidate from Indore Center who attempted his or her question, I'm not aware of, my lord, whether it's a daughter or a son, but she is All India number 2. She's a topper from affected center. But that be that as it may. I'll proceed further. Now, my lord, on analysis of marks obtained by all candidates from affected centers, that is 18, 11 have scored above 600 marks and are considered toppers in NET UG of 2025. They're toppers, my lord. They have crossed 600 marks out of 720. And the total number of, my lord, such students are 1300. All India. In all India, 1300 students have crossed 600 marks, out of which 11 are from these 18 affected centers. Now, Lord, analysis of OMR sheets of petitioners reveal that petitioners have marked considerably good number of questions in the OMR sheet. Some have attempted more than 170 number of questions out of total 180 questions. My lord, I would request my learned friend, Mr. Rupesh Kumar, my lord, to show one MRA, my lord, this OMR sheet. My lord, just to show that there
Against the
was
original.
nothing turns up, my lord, on the merits of the answers given, but please have a look at the OMR sheet. My lord, if I am a student and I am getting this is my lord, answer sheet. My lord, your
Yes.
lordships and me, my lord, possibly your lordships are much younger to me, but we used to get a blank answer sheet and we used to write, my lord, our answers. But now in this OMR sheet, these are all multiple choice questions. So question number 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4. If I feel that 3 is the correct answer, I will darken it. Lord, the darkening pattern is also, my lord, suggestive of the fact that it's not, my lord, darkening in a dark environment. It's very well, properly darkened choices which they have, my lord, adopted. Now, my lord, kindly come to my note, my lord, Roman 4.
Yes.
All the classrooms of all centers were of good schools in Indore, which had large windows and were very well ventilated. Examination was conducted from 2 to 5, so cannot be pitch dark. Now, what answers have been accurately marked and placed in the circles or bubble earmark. There was no smudging. If we try to do this in a small circle during when there is a darkness, then we are bound to go out of that circle, which has not happened. Now, Lord, kindly see before I take your lordships to this, Lord, what we did was that there were two category of students. Lord, out of 27,000 students, some 75 plus had come before your lordships and had the problem that we could not attempt the papers because of the light outage, etc. As against that, we have maximum number of students, my lord, who did not come, and some students who came and said that we have performed well. There was a light outage, but there was no light outage of such an extent that we could not answer our questions, and therefore, please don't interfere. Having, my lord, two sides before us, the National Testing Agency, Lord, what we did was that let neutral people who are experts in the subject take a call based upon, my lord, their analysis. And if your lordships can please come to, my lord, the report of the experts and who the reports are, or who, my lord, the experts are. My lord, please have a look at first the experts, my lord. They are completely independent, against whom, my lord, no allegations are made except saying that they were appointed by us. But please come to page 67 of my reply. I dated 19th June.
This is the serial number in ERP.
But it is in writ petition 17344.
5/20/6/2020.
This is 17344.
it's 19th June. My lord, thereafter, my lord, I had given
Serial number,
copy.
serial number.
31.
This copy is given to all my learned friends on the other side, and this is treated as, my lord, the main reply. On the top of right hand side, my lord, it is
Just
mentioned.
hold on a minute. Just hold on. Let it load.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yes, yes. Page number?
67.
67. 57.
Yes, but just, my lord, who the members are. My lord, my learned friend, my lord, had some that they are our people, etc. My lord, I'm just showing that they are neutral people. My lord. We have appointed, obviously, only we can appoint Professor Neeraj Joshi, member, Department of Mathematics, Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. Light, your lordship gets, my lord?
Page number 57?
67, my lord. 67.
67. Okay.
67, my lord.
67. Yes, Professor Neeraj Joshi.
Neeraj Joshi, Department of Mathematics, Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. Then another is Professor Chandrabhan Yadav, member, Department of Statistics, University of Delhi. Then Professor Girish Chandra, Department of Statistics, University of Delhi. Nobody may not connected with us, but they are in neutral experts. But I may not take your lordships to the examination, or rather, my lord, the procedure they have followed. But please come to page 57 now. It's an elaborate report.
Yes.
The title is Statistical Analysis of Number of Questions Attempted by the Candidates between Centers Affected and Unaffected by Power Outrage in Indore and Centers of an Unaffected Neighboring City. Not only Indore, because 49 total, 18 affected. My lord, then they have, my lord, background is given. My lord, group 1 is non-affected, group 2 is affected. They have, my lord, taken all the figures from us, and thereafter, my lord, if your lordships can come to the conclusion directly at page 66.
Yes.
Interpretation. In first interpretation, then conclusion. In all comparisons, the p-values exceed 0.01. Therefore, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. This implies no statistically significant difference in the number of questions attempted between affected and unaffected centers of Indore R and a neighboring city. As it is evident from the analysis, with 99% confidence, within bracket at the 1% level of significance, there is no evidence to suggest that power outrage at the centers has any significant adverse impact on candidates' performance as measured by the number of questions attempted. Hence, there is no significant difference between the average performance of the candidates who appeared at the affected and non-affected centers. We have also plotted the following bar diagram indicating the center-wise average number of responses in affected and unaffected centers in Indore, along with a neighboring city. This clearly indicates that there are cases of affected centers where candidates have attempted more number of questions than those centers which are unaffected. Hence, it is evident from the analysis that with 99% confidence, there is no significant difference between performance of the candidates who appeared at the affected and non-affected centers. The same holds in a comparative analysis with a neighboring city, which also had no thunderstorm. Thus, it can be safely concluded that there is no adverse impact of the power outage of the performance of candidates in the power affected center. But if there is no light or there is no enough light or sufficient light, the first indication would be the attempt would be minimum. Attempted questions would be minimum. The second would be the broader result. Lord, and I have pointed out, Lord, already that the broader result is that large number of students, Lord, have crossed 600. One student is second in the Lord, at an all India level, and Lord, this is the average everywhere. So, Lord, where there was a problem, we cannot be in a denial mode, but either there was a backup, there was a power outage only for some time, and third, when there was a power outage for 1 hour out of 3 hours, there was sufficient light, and they concluded. Now, what would happen if the prayer of the petitioner is to be granted? The difficulty would be, your lordships are aware, the level of difficulty of one question paper is always different from the level of difficulty of another question paper. I appear, suppose in a question paper of chemistry today, and the same subject, if I appear in a new question paper tomorrow, the level of difficulty would be different. This issue came to be examined by the Honorable Supreme Court, in a very recent judgment. And I'll assist your lordships with that judgment, where it is at page. It's not annexed, I'll request Mr. Rupesh Kumar to hand it over. It was a question where can it be done in 2 shifts, considering the number of students? Court said no, it cannot be.
So what was the reasoning assigned?
Your lordships have this judgment in
Yes.
Aditi, I just take your lordships. Para 5. At present, your lordship gets one.
Yes. Yes.
At present, we are examining only the question of holding the examination in 2 shifts or in a single shift as prayed for by the petitioners. This court on 5th of May 25 issued notice in the present petition and required